Hello gin lovers and welcome back to No Nonsense Gin Reviews with me, Bobby Freeman. Now then, cast your eyes upon this little fellow. For this, my friends, is none other than Hortus Old Tom. Now then, this has been recommended to me by one of my subscribers whose name is Suzanne Foley. So thank you very much, Suzanne, for the recommendation. Now, a lot of you are thinking, that seems a bit familiar. We kind of remember something. There's a little bell being rung, but I can't quite locate the bell. Well, let me tell you. This, I actually reviewed two other Hortus gins, one of which is over here. This is the Hortus Citrus Garden. Now, these gins are in fact from the German supermarket Lidl, which is very popular here in the UK and in Europe, and I believe in America as well. But however, I think I'm right in saying that you cannot buy liquor in supermarkets in America. I'm not sure if that's the same for all the states, but certainly I think it was my good friend and subscriber Sean Seasongood told me this from Texas, that you can't buy liquor outside of liquor stores. So I don't believe you can get this in America, and possibly not anywhere else in the world. But please let me know if it has arrived anywhere else. But this is probably mainly one for my British subscribers. Now then, as you all know, I am a big fan of Old Tom Gin, but not too many people know what Old Tom is or what it's about. Please see my history of gin, it explains all about it. It kind of bridged the gap between the original drink that came from the Netherlands, with Geneva, which was like the birth, the genesis of gin, if you like. And then before, there was kind of a stage before it got to what we know now, the London Dry, mostly the London Dry gin. There was a kind of a stage in around the 1700s where the gin was called Old Tom Gin. As I say, I talk all about it in my history of gin, which I'll put a link to in the section below. Now, it's basically a slightly richer and thicker and sweeter version of the London Dry. So if you like things a little bit sweeter, you will like the Old Tom. I think this is very interesting because they've actually tried to make it looks a lot like, I don't think I've got it anymore. Have I got it? No, I think it's at my girlfriend's house. They do at Hayman's Gin. Hayman's do an Old Tom, and it looks remarkably similar to this, or this looks remarkably similar to that. But we'll forgive them that. I don't mind that at all, because it's not a bad thing. There could be a lot worse things to look like, because I was a massive fan of the Hayman's Gin. It was lovely. It was very, very nice. So I'm very excited to try this one today. So let's get the fellow open, shall we? Let's pull this little thing off, get him over there. And I do believe, as with the other Hortuses, Horti, as with the other Horti, it sounds a bit pretentious, doesn't it? But I think we'll go with it. It does have a cork. So we know what that means. That's right. It's the cork test. So I don't believe the others had a, because there was another Hortus gin as well. There was a Hortus original, which is identical to that, but blue. And neither of them, if I remember correctly, if memory serves me, had a squeak. So let's, oh, hello, hang on. Oh, a little tiny squeak, like a little frightened animal mewing in its burrow. Oh, that's very cute, isn't it? It's like oh, please don't open me. Please don't open me, Mr. Freeman, please. Oh, that got very bizarre there for a second, didn't it? Never mind. So the squeak test was rather feeble, but we don't really care about the squeak test. What we really care about, what we really want to know is what is the full pull like. So here we go. Hortus, what's it called? Old Tom with a cork test. Here we go. Oh, yes, a thunderous, powerful, great big cork test. We like that. That's been the best cork test I've had for quite a while now. But anyway, no matter what we do, it is always just a bit of fun, as you know. Right, let's get him up the old snitcher, shall we? Ooh, I tell you what, that's like it's a powerful, confident and it crawls out the bottle and wants to get up your nose, like, yes, let me in there. I know what I'm doing. I shall stimulate your nasal senses. Bit like that. A little bit bizarre, but that's the best way I can describe it. Oh, it's very nice. It's kind of unmistakable as an Old Tom, I would say. As soon as you get a whiff of that, you're thinking, all right, strap in, hold the phone, here we go. We are in Old Tom territory. So I like that, that's good. Anyway, as you know, we don't spend too much time sniffing because it is a bit pretentious. Now then, well, hang on a minute, let's get some in the glass first. Is it going to be a clean pour? Oh, I think I spilled a tiny bit, a mildly dirty pour. Never mind, I've been doing pretty well recently, but never mind, doesn't matter. Right then, my tonic, unfortunately, today has, I've sort of neglected my tonic stocking responsibility. So this is all I've got left at the moment. It's okay, it's not a problem. However, it has gone a little bit flat, but I don't really care that much because I don't think it's going to matter to the taste. And also, it means I won't do a great big burp and my mum won't tell me off when she sees the video. So everyone's a winner. Here we go then. Hortus Old Tom. Cheers, my friends. Oh, yes! That was exactly what I was hoping. Oh, I'm going to have to have another bit. Hang on, that's so nice. Holy shit. That is absolutely exactly what an Old Tom should be and exactly the way I like an Old Tom. You know, I'm going to pep the fellow up a little bit. So we got an extra cork test there, didn't we? Never mind. Right, you're welcome. Freebie. Right, let's try it with a bit stronger, shall we? Hang on. God damn, man alive. Oh yeah, it's nicer, stronger. It's nicer, stronger. I think because Old Tom is that little bit sweeter. You can, personally, I think it's nicer to have it a bit stronger. You know, I might actually try it a little bit neat in a minute as well. But it's got all those rich, sweet flavours you expect from an Old Tom. Do you know what? Funny, not only does it look like Heyman's Old Tom in the bottle, it actually tastes a great deal like it too. How much was that Heyman's? I've got a feeling it wasn't very much. I think it was about 20 something pounds, like 22 pounds, something like that. I was quite surprised at how cheap it was. This, my friends, of course, hang on, I'll talk about the price in a minute. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but honestly, this is beautiful. It's the perfect balance of sort of, obviously the juniper has to be in there, but that juniper works so well with those rich and slightly sort of concentrated, sweeter flavours. I think it works beautifully. I think I'm kind of, if sort of London Dry gin, your classic London Dry is my sort of staple relationship. The Old Tom is like a kind of a sordid affair I'm having. It's just, it's really, really fun. And it's just a bit different from the others. And I genuinely, absolutely love it. If you haven't tried an Old Tom yet, or if you're a little bit like, what is this Old Tom I keep hearing about? Sounds bizarre. Just, if you like gin, get out there, get hold of something. If you don't want to spend a load of money on one of the premium ones, this, my friends, is the fella to go for, because as with the other Hortuses, or Horti, I believe, well, I believe, and I know it to be true, that it is £15. So what's that? That's just under $20, I think. But as I say, I'm not sure if it's available in America or anywhere else. But what a brilliant, but that is gorgeous. For the price, this is what I love about gin. I've made this point loads of times before, is that sometimes in life, a lot of the times in life, to get something really, really good, to get the top end of the market, you have to pay a lot more money than for something at the bottom end of the market. But it's just not the case with gin. You can absolutely get something truly gorgeous and spectacular without any compromise whatsoever. And this is the prime example of it. I absolutely love this. Oh, man alive. Get yourself, if you're in the UK or if you're aware of anywhere that sells this, if you see it, just promise me you'll go and get some, because it really is gorgeous. So here we go. As you know, I don't usually try this, but I think we're going to try this one neat, because, I think the cork sound was even better the second time round. Awesome little bonus there. I'm going to try this because I think Old Tom lends itself. And I was in America recently and I was trying some of their gins neat. I'm starting to come around to the idea. I know a lot of people have criticised me for watering it down with tonic, but I really think gin and tonic is obviously a match made in heaven. But I am starting to appreciate it neat, and particularly something like this, which is quite sort of viscous and sweet. Let's give it a go anyway. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a shock after trying it with the gin and tonic, but here we go. Hortus Old Tom neat, because I'm badass. Yeah, you know it. Okay. Yeah, different animal altogether. But I tell you what a wonderful, it was like sort of it was like an event. It was like a chemical reaction happening in the mouth. You put it in, and straight away you're hit with like this, again, this very, very sort of lovely, sweet and thick, but kind of light at the same time. Flavors. It sits on the tongue for a second, and it just goes. Whoa, it's like it burrows down into the taste buds, but then just sort of erupts back up in this kind of pleasant sort of explosion. Let me try it again, just to. Yeah. First of all, oh yes, the aftertaste is incredible. First of all, it sits there and you just get kind of a cold sense. You don't get much going on straight away. But as you introduce a bit of oxygen, breathe in, all that sweetness. When I say sweetness, it's not overly sweet and sickly. It's just a perfect amount of sweetness, which works very, very well, I think. That sweetness just really just, as I say, it's like a chemical reaction. It kind of it fires up with this sweet but kind of warm and pleasantly sharp sort of flavour. I thoroughly recommend you try this neat as well. As you know, I've seen in other videos, I don't really enjoy London Dry Gin neat that much. I don't derive any pleasure from that at all. Old Tom, it's almost made for it really. It's still gorgeous with the tonic. It's still very, very gorgeous, but you really do get a much better idea and a concentrated idea of what Old Tom is about. And I suppose if you really want to try to illustrate the difference between Old Tom and London Dry, try them neat side by side, and I tell you what, it really sort of stands out. It magnifies the differences between them. So give that a go. Let me know what you think, because this I think is absolutely awesome. I'm going to be drinking a lot of this in the next few days. So I say to you, Hortus, the people at Lidl, keep up the good work. Even though I can't find any information at all about you on the about Hortus, well, very, very limited information. Lidl seem to play their cards very close to their chest on this one. So I have reached out to Lidl to try and get them to retweet my stuff and promote my channel, but they ignore me, the bastards. So Sodom, I'd love to say that it was awful, but I can't lie to you. As you know, I'm always honest, so it genuinely is absolutely wonderful. Get some in your life immediately. So guys, that's me done for another day. If you enjoyed this sort of thing, then please don't forget to subscribe and like the video and press that little bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. And I shall see you all next time on No Nonsense Gin Reviews. Thank you very much. Bye bye. So here we go. I don't usually try this, as you know, because I don't. Oh, the sound was even better that time. God, absolutely wonderful.